Hello everyone. Today we're going to show you our program that is capable of calculating the displacements and the stresses along any structure that is given. In the waiting process, the lamp is blue, which shows that the program is ready to take the inputs from the user. First, we enter the node numbers that are required. If we try to insert the same coordinates, we get an error that says node already exists. After that, we enter the elements numbers that will bind the nodes together. If we try to insert the same node, we get an error that says node numbers cannot be the same. If we try to insert a node that doesn't exist, we get an error that says node doesn't exist. Finally, if we insert a node that is smaller than 1, we get an error that says node numbers cannot be smaller than 1. And if we try to insert an element that already exists, we get an error that says element already exists. After we build the structure, we can decide whether we want the labels of the elements and nodes with these switches. Or we can decide the size of the nodes. If we decide to choose a new structure, we can press remove all to make another structure. Let's try to insert an Excel file that contains the necessary node and elements information. When we are in processing of reading of the file, the lamp turns yellow, which means that the program is still processing the file. After the processing is done, the lamp turns green. Let's begin our calculations. First of all, we have a help button that indicates the units of the force, displacement, Young modulus, and the area. As such. Let's plug in the node numbers. If we try to insert something smaller than 1, we get an error that says node number cannot be smaller than 1. Or we can try to insert a node that doesn't exist. Like this. You have an insert value exceeding the number of nodes. With these switches, we can choose the direction, boundary condition type, and the magnitude. Let's insert some node numbers and displacements. Let's enter a force. After we're done with all of these, we can run a program to get the results. First things first, we can get all the tables from the Show Tables drop-down menu and get the matrices of the results, like stiffness matrix or extended node list, etc. And below, we can see the results visually, the stress on the left and the displacements on the right side. If you want to change the magnitude of the force, we can change it in the same place. It asks whether we want to change the magnitude or not. We can say cancel, or we can say OK to change the magnitude. And then we can run again. From this drop-down menu, we can choose the Y displacements, choose to see Y displacements or X displacements. We can also, from this color bar, change the view of the figures. We can also reset the views after we're done with them. And after we're done with everything, we can say clear everything to clear everything we have done. Thanks for listening.